Boy, JT the car guy. Y'all saw the title? I'm gonna figure I'm gonna get me a good 5 minutes in right quick. The game is over. All right, yeah, I was watching the Colorado game while at work. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what that means. Yes, I still got a bunch of stuff to do, but I was jumping in and out watching the games while I complete the transmission job I was doing. It was a torque converter job. Customer, I already put a video, I made a video on that. Customer brought their vehicle in, and not so much demand, but pretty much, I don't want to pay dag time. This is what I want y'all to put a torque converter in my car. All right, it's one of those P0740 code. I think his mechanic, cousin Pookie, put a solenoid on it, torque converter clutch solenoid. But as usual, that never fixed the problem. So they came. I guess cousin Pookie can't remove a transmission. So I get it. You know, you can't do something, go get somebody else to do it. But and the game is over, so I'm here. I got to get my 5-10 minutes in. Y'all saw the title. This is the Chrysler 2.7 liter engine, guys. This vehicle, anybody recognize this? 2008. Y'all know what else? 2008 what? Y'all see the station wagon type style body here? This is a Magnum, guys. Yes, anybody old enough to remember the station wagon? Yeah, that was once a car we dubbed as a station wagon because it had it had a trunk it had like a truck bed type in the rear, but it was covered up, so we just called it a station wagon. But this thing, because it's an '08 model, from a V6 standpoint, there was two different options. Okay, the 3.5 or the 2.7. Similar horsepower, torque, and things like that. I don't know why. Okay, one is timing chain driven, one is timing belt driven. This 2.7 happens to be timing chains. There's still a dual overhead cam. It's not a cam and block design. It's two camshafts on each head. So there's going to be timing chain running off those, running from the crank. All right, but this engine was plagued with problems. All aluminum, meaning, yeah, that's some, meaning the head is predominantly made of aluminum as well as the block. Now, this thing is clean, guys. They've been, it's not in for engine problems. All right. Yeah. Look how clean that oil is. They didn't just get an oil change. They hear, oh, that oil light was on. They got a new oil pressure sending unit sensor. And of course, now the oil light is off. Okay. Told y'all how to do that. You're supposed to stick wherever you remove your sensor from, supposed to be where your gauge screws into. That way you can get the best reading from the oil pump. The best pressure reading. Okay. Now a lot of people say just look at the cluster. I don't know about looking at the cluster, because the cluster get its information from the sending unit. If there's a problem with the sending unit, then you're gonna be back to square one. So to get an accurate oil pressure reading, you really want to screw in a gauge into wherever the oil sensor come out of. That's the best way to do it. All right, but yeah. We checked that pressure was fine, so you simply need a sensor. Got one, now everything good. But I just want to talk about this 2.7. Oh, and the fact, see, I don't want to give it away. I made a video about this, and I don't want to be regurgitating the same thing. Okay, so, but I did, however, they had a airbag light on. Airbag. And guys, so get a load of this. We, as you can see, there's no damn steering wheel on here. Know why? Because we got the clock spring off. See that clock spring over there? What am I like? Yeah, it's the clock spring over there. So the steering wheel come off. We're trying to gain access to this steering angle sensor. All right, that is what the failed problem is. Now get a load of this. I just found out that, get this, we can't get this no more. It's discontinued. Yeah, so now, when I sold this job, I sold it from a standpoint. I wrote down, based off the fault code and my diagnosis, steering angle sensors, but the parts guy took it upon himself to assume that that's part of the clock spring. No, it's not part of the clock spring on an '08 model. Okay? Yeah, things change, guys. This ain't a new car. Here's the clock spring. It has a separate steering angle sensor right here. They could give me this. In fact, they got me this. It just happened to be not what I need. Okay, so I let my helper do this. I hope he didn't turn this ribbon. You got to put this thing back in the exact same spot, guys, or you screwed. Okay, so you can't be just turning it recklessly. But here's what I need. You see how tiny those are? I don't know if y'all ever replace one, but we don't have one. We can't get one. It's discontinued. What do you do now? Is that the end of the car? I don't know. I got to go deliver the bad news. Because I just simply turn this back in. I don't need, there's nothing wrong with the clock spring. Yeah, '08 model, guys. Almost 20 years old. Not quite. So, but it's creeping up on it. So if y'all got those older cars, they all fine and dandy. No car notes. And you know what else? Look at this. Y'all see the miles? This is the '08. Only 48,000 miles. Yeah. What's up, my 45 ACP? What's going on? 1908? No, man. This is a '08, 2008 model Dodge Magnum. All right, so, yeah. So this is a nice car. This is the only malfunction I see. Obviously, it ain't been nowhere. So stuff like this over time will happen. It's not a manufacturer defect or anything like that. You know how some of y'all get carried away with these words, but no. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. I can't get no part because it's discontinued. Over here, in my next stall, I have a shaking ass. I forgot what year. Ram 1500 with a Hemi in it. Guess what, guys? What do y'all see right here? Brand new coil. You know what that means? They already replaced the freaking coils and the spark plugs. You know, y'all know what this is headed, right? All right. And again, I get it. If you can't. If you go as far as you can go, let somebody else handle it. All right. Yeah. Anybody could. Look, that's right there. Anybody can replace spark plugs on the coil on that particular cylinder. But unfortunately, that didn't fix it. So now they here. What's my next step? I'm going to do what we call a compression test. I'm going to run a compression test to see if that cylinder is able to carry its load. Guys, this is a V8. Each cylinder has a responsibility. Each cylinder has a certain amount of compression it needs to deliver so this engine can balance out. All right, you want the maximum power from this engine? All 8 cylinders have to be hitting on point. If we got one, you can't be a 7-cylinder engine and expect no vibration or no problems. Yeah, if you got one cylinder down, which is this one in this case, you're gonna have problems. So I'm gonna have to do a compression test, and if my compression low, I'm gonna have to ask for teardown time because I likely could have, and I'm just speculating, a lifter collapse, which means what happens is it chews into the camshaft lobe, eats up the lobe, and that's where your misfire and your ticking noise come from. All right, but yeah, they done been to another shop and got all this stuff done, and here we are. JT to the rescue. I wish I had a mechanic like him where I live. Danky Gaming, what's going on, man? This guy teaches me a lot. That's what's up. I hope y'all giving the videos a thumbs up. Every time y'all watch a video, whether you like it or not, can you please thumbs up it? Yeah, I need the YouTube algorithm. Let's go down here. He got this music playing, so I don't want to get demonetized, but got a ProMaster in the shop. I wonder what the hell my buddy doing over here. Somebody about to do some struts, guys. This is the most dangerous as shop tool in the shop. You plan on using this and be extremely careful, okay? Yeah, see this guy playing this wild ass music. I'm gonna have to shut this down because YouTube will demonetize my video. But Pentastar and a ProMaster, no big deal. Pentastar not a big deal, but gaining access to all the stuff to work on it is a big deal. Okay, I don't know what he's doing. All right, same. It's just a regular old Pentastar. Remember I told y'all about the water getting up here? Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. All right, I gotta go down here. These guys freaking thugs around here on Saturday. This is a nice looking car here, but. So let me figure out what's wrong with this truck, and I'll figure out what I'm gonna do about this Magnum later. And but right now, let me tell you how bad this misfiring. Check engine light flashing. I know what that means, right? Flashing check engine light means you are misfiring real freaking time. You misfiring right now. That means shut her down. Shut her down. Shut the damn thing down because you are ruining your cat converters. All right, so you don't want to do that. These cat converters, almost $1,000, man. All right, they gotta stop letting cousin Pookie work on cars. I agree. Best mechanic on YouTube. Eric. What's my man name? Sereno. I appreciate you tuning in, man. That's the logic for some things. You're a logic. What? Eric, appreciate you, big dog, big homie. Hey, y'all give the video a thumbs up, man. I would go down there, like I say, but they got music playing and they're gonna knock me out of monetization. I can't have that. What good is it making videos if you can't get paid for them, right? But we'll continue this conversation later. All right, it's like 100 people in here, so. But the sole purpose of the video was really to discuss this 2.7, which is obsolete. No more. This thing been gone, man. Chrysler Dodge flagship V6 engine right now is the 3.6 Pentastar. Yes, it has problems as well. Now, what's the flagship engine in the future? No one freaking knows. Everybody's speculating. All right. So, yeah. I just replaced my CVT transmission and my Impala 3.6. Damn. Good job, bro. They got us $5,800, almost $6,000. Yeah. I'm sure it was a piece of cake to you, man. No big deal at all. Engine. First, you got to get your tools. Tools. The L is silent. That's what I'm talking about, Cameron. Cameron said tools. The L is silent. Yes, no L. How long do Pentastar engine last? As long as you take care of them. Y'all know the saying, man. You change the oil on time. But guys, let's face it. Let's be realists, okay? There are some engines out there that don't matter how well you take care of them, you're going to have a catastrophic failure. It just don't matter. But the reason mechanics say that is to take care of it, to take care of you, because that is your best chance. That's the only best opportunity you have. All right? So naturally, you're going to hear mechanics regurgitate all the time. Change the oil on time, do this, do that, and then nothing will never happen. No, I've seen a lady up front boo-hooing in the waiter department because they came back and told her some bad news. She got internal problems. And she's like, oh, I changed my oil on time and everything. I don't understand. Why does this happen to me? And you know what? I have no answers for her because I literally can't explain that. You do everything you're supposed to do, everything right, everything you're supposed to do. You follow manufacturer's suggestion. And guess what? You still end up with some crazy ass problem. So something's just bound to happen. You know, I'm done saying do this, do that, and nothing. This won't happen. Yes, you will never hear JT say, if you do this, that won't happen. No, because this stuff is man-made and just anything. There are things that's going to happen that's typically just unexplainable. There's no explanation for it. Did they rip me off with the price? $5,800? I don't know, guy. I don't know how difficult such a job is. First, you got to. I just replaced one. Blah. How long did Pentastar last? My 1970 Dodge Challenger runs on a 6.2 V8 instead of 440 and used to be in it. Okay, that's what's up. Did they? I don't. Like I said, I don't know what's the difficulty in doing that. I have no idea. But it's hard for me to say. I take care of mine. I'm hoping it can last a couple of 100,000 miles. There you go. That's all you can do, bro. I'm not afraid to spend more money to prevent big problems from happening. Yeah. The typical stuff, just like it's just gonna happen no matter what. My cars get checked by a friend of mine that is a mechanic, and so far nothing wrong with it. It runs like a dream, and nothing broke. Thank goodness. That's what's up, guys. I gotta go. That's my cue. That's my time. I appreciate y'all with this quick little chime in. All right, it's your boy. JT said hi. All right, Brandon, what's up with you? How you doing? JT the car guy. I gotta go, guys. Thanks for tuning in.